I always talk about you start with the why. Why are you doing things? And if you have a good reason why you do it, and a rationale behind it, not only will your sport coaches buy into it and follow what you do, but also your athletes will. And that's really what you're trying to do. If that fits into your culture and your philosophy on things, and by all means, I'll show you the values of it. And those values are, I mean, the power thing is really what we push. Okay, power is speed and strength combined. Okay, we're trying to develop as much power out on the field or on the court as possible, and weightlifting helps develop that. Okay, and when I say weightlifting, I'm talking about the Olympic lifts. Okay, snatch, clean and jerk, and the variations of those. Because one of the things that I always try to make clear is that when I'm talking with strength coaches, we're not trying to make your athletes into weightlifters. Okay, we're trying to use the Olympic lifts to make them a better athlete in the sport that you're dealing with. Now, I do work with weightlifters from a competitive standpoint. So if any of your athletes want to become weightlifters, I'll certainly help them with that. Okay, but but realistically, what we're talking about here is we're trying to make your athletes better. This is a good way of doing it. Not only for the power, because you're moving a lot of weight and a lot, as fast as you can, but we're trying to work on what they're doing on the field. There's a lot of force production. There's also a lot of force absorption. When they're getting hit out on the football field, for instance, they got to learn how to absorb those forces. When somebody's on the wrestling mat, so when they're in wrestling is one of my backgrounds, by the way. When somebody's attacking you, going in for that takedown, you got to be able to absorb that force and be able to create force on your own. So it's a lot about force production and force absorption. But some of the other benefits, obviously, the power is the number one thing you look for. But if you train correctly, you get cardiovascular and muscular endurance from weightlifting as well. Things like resting pulse rate decreases, blood pressure decreases, VO2 maxes increase. By training like a weightlifter, you're actually getting these aerobic benefits.